campers. We are in Murdo, South Dakota. And today is Friday the 13th of September. I'm only just now realizing that it was in fact Friday the 13th. We're in Murdo. So we are headed for, we were headed for Sioux Falls, but the road is currently closed. Apparently there is some flooding that is happening. So that's great. I-90 apparently is
1.5 miles. Take US 83 South Murdo.
Can do. Don't get used to him. He will be muted soon. I've also picked up a GPS, which you probably heard there. Familiar voice if you follow Allie Knight's channel. It is a Rand McNally GPS. We are on the Tom voice because of course we are. But he's not going to be in very many videos. I just need the turn reminder today. I want to make sure I hit this turn because we're headed down into Nebraska, so we've got a couple of turns that I need to make absolutely sure I hit. Some bug just splattered with a big red splotch on my windshield. Not in front of the camera though, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's the GPS built into my Qualcomm, my Omnitrax e-log device, has been extremely unreliable lately. So I finally caved in. I finally did it and bought an actual GPS. The Rand McNally, of course.
In a half mile, take US 83 South Murdo and then turn right at 0.3 miles.
Right. But yeah, so I finally caved in and bought a GPS. But we're not trusting the GPS.
In a quarter of a mile, take US 83 South Murdo and then turn right at 0.3 miles.
We're not trusting the GPS to navigate for us, thank you. We are using the GPS to follow a route that I have previously chosen.
In 0.2 miles, turn right on US 83.
Because I do not trust GPSs whatsoever. They're extremely likely to run you into places that you should not be if you blindly follow them. Traffic, but consider alternate route. It feels really weird to be turning right here because there's the pilot on the other side of the bridge. So this is under construction and it's all like, please don't.
Road for 42 miles.
But we're going to. Because I-90 is underwater, which means that we're going to do this instead. And there's no posted detour for trucks. So like, this road I know is truck legal and truck suitable down to Nebraska. I've done it before. So we're going to follow this road and just deal with the construction. Dirt road, 3 miles ahead. Yeah, we'll live. We're just going to follow this road and deal with the construction rather than take chances on a detour that I do not know the intricacies of. This is the road I've done before, so I can kind of trust it. And obviously, I checked ahead, there's only one width restriction, and that's 11 feet, and that's quite a ways ahead. So there's no truck restrictions during the construction, so it'll be fine. We've dealt with worse than a little bit of dirt. And it's still better than, like, I'd rather deal with a dirt road than an underwater road. Plus, I assume that there is no more parking anywhere east of here because of the closure on the interstate, because of the flooding. Also, Sioux Falls apparently got hit by a tornado this week, so it's been a bad week for South Dakota. It's not going well. So we're going to get out of South Dakota, go down to Nebraska, and then head east. We did get a chance to stop in Missoula at the Jim Palmer terminal for Wilson Logistics. Got to see the Grizz, and the Grizz has a new paint job with just Wilson Logistics on the door. It no longer says Jim Palmer. I've got mixed feelings about that. I kind of thought that was the one truck that would always say Jim Palmer on it, but apparently not. But it does look good, so, you know, some work in the terminal that I don't get to talk to often enough anymore, because I am now dispatched out of Springfield, because I'm on the prime side and not the regional or Pacific Northwest fleets. So I got to see all my old night dispatchers and the training staff up there that taught me how to drive, and they're all super cool, and I miss them. It's always good to see friends, you know. And then even cooler, I got to swing through Rapid City and see my sister and my two nephews, and my mom happened to be in town, so I was like, yay! Good to see my mom for the first time in like 6 months. That was lovely. It just happened to be in South Dakota. I didn't even have to drive over to Virginia to see my mom, which is always good, because I don't particularly like going to the East Coast. So that was nice. Got to see my mom and my sister and my nephews are both adorable. So that was a nice little lunch. I was kind of hoping the road would be open by the time we got out of food, but no luck. So we are taking the detour. We are headed south towards Valentine, Nebraska, which is US 83 south from Murdo here. This will take us down to US Highway 20. We will use US Highway 20 east across Nebraska. I believe it becomes 275 at some point, and then we'll cross over to US 75 on one of the Nebraska state highways. 32, I think. That's a tomorrow problem. We will have to stop and sleep somewhere before that. So figure that out for tomorrow, and then from 75, that'll take us down to US Highway 30. US Highway 30 will take us over to 29. 29 will take us down to Interstate 680. And Interstate 680 will take us east to Interstate 80. And then we're on track for continuing eastbound, as though we were never on I-90 in the first place. I like I-90, it's just really frustrating that it's closed today. This is like the third time that there's been major flooding in Nebraska or South Dakota that has forced rerouting. Alright, weren't we supposed to run into a dirt road somewhere around here? I was promised a dirt road. I want a dirt road. Come on. Where's my dirt road? I don't see it. I'm gonna be real disappointed if we don't actually find it. Like if it's not. Oh, there's some cones. That's promising. I do hope we get enough advance warning of the sudden change to dirt that it will slow down a bit. Is that dirt? No, that's not dirt. That's just a slight change in pavement color. Bump, bump. All right, here's the cones. Let's turn off the cruise control. There's nobody behind me. Just coast a little bit. Looks like the construction's actually up ahead. So yay, dirt. Time to take this highway truck off-roading. So if you're wondering why I'm a little bit hesitant, this is not a truck that is meant for dirt. This truck is meant for pavement. This truck is meant for pavement, wide highways, and consistent speeds. Woo! They're gonna put a nice level road here, it looks like. That's gonna be cool. Ignore my camera. My camera just loves to interrupt. Or is that a pipeline? Is that pipeline construction, or are they building a new right-of-way for the road? I hope it's a new right-of-way for the road. Make it a little bit flatter. That'd be cool. Maybe a little bit wider. Maybe 4-lane. It doesn't need to be 4-lane. There's not enough traffic out here to justify 4-lane. But it would be cool still. We're still coasting. We have not touched the throttle since we entered the cone zone. Oh yeah, that's definitely new highway. That is a lovely striped pavement they've added down there. Nice and flat. Still nobody behind us, but we are on the throttle again. Where is this dirt road that I've been promised? This is clearly the staging area for all the trucks bringing in supplies. Road work ahead. more, I assume. Engine brakes on. I want my dirt. I was promised dirt. I am both excited and apprehensive. Because one, this truck is not great with dirt. But two, it's kind of fun. Like a little bit of dirt road driving. It's kind of, you know, can be enjoyable at times as long as we don't pop a tire. And that's the new road coming back in there, I think. No, that's an old road. Interesting. That's the new road down there. Very interesting. Much less steep descent to this road up here. There's the dirt road. All right, we're coming up on it. Let's keep bleeding speed. Full engine braking. Fascinating. Pavement ends, 45 mile an hour. Oh, we're not doing 45 on dirt. No way. We'll be doing 35 tops. Probably more like 25 or 30. No center stripe, loose gravel. 35 miles per hour. And here we go. Alright. I'm glad there was no oncoming traffic there. That was not quite wide enough for passing. So passing is allowed in here. That's interesting. There was a no passing sign back there, but then there was a pass with care. This is actually remarkably smooth for a dirt road. This is impressive. This is very well graded. What is this, a temporary bridge? Anybody coming down the hill? No. Alright. Reduce speed again. Let's just take up a nice big chunk of the road here. I can't tell if this is a temporary bridge or the old bridge. This might be a temporary. And a shift back over to the right. Oof. There we go. That was fine. No big deal. No big deal at all. That was cool. That was definitely not, that would not be somewhere I'd want to meet an opposing truck. That's for sure. Which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. I guess all the other folks are actually avoiding this road from the warnings. So it's kind of made the traffic nice and chill for me. Saved me a bit of time. Saved me a bit of heartache. This is a nice shallow grade now. I like this. This used to be much steeper. We're cruising up here. We're doing 40 up this hill on a dirt road. That is impressive for this truck. It's so flat. It doesn't feel like a dirt road. All right, more road work. Be prepared to stop. Now let's just foot off the throttle. We got another squeeze coming up. Yeah, a little bit of another squeeze. There we go, some stop traffic up ahead. I guess this is where we take turns. Cool, cool. This will be fun. Alrighty, folks, there's nobody coming. How about y'all let us run? Hello, construction peoples. Please? Let us go? There's no one here. There's nobody coming. I can see clearly to the other flagger. There's nobody there. They probably got like a timer or something, and every time the timer goes off, they switch. This is kind of cool. I like this sort of thing. It's interesting, you know? Certainly made my day a little bit more, it's a little bit more flavorful, you know? A little less just, you know, driving down an interstate at 62 mile an hour for hours and hours and hours. And a little more, oh, this is different. This requires maneuvering, observation, enhanced caution. Speaking of enhanced caution, I don't think I'd really like being in the back of the line here. Since we are kind of facing downhill. We get somebody flying over that hill, they might not have enough time to stop before they hit me. Let us go! Let us go! I see an oncoming vehicle, I think. Or that might just be the other flagger walking around. I don't know, he's very far away. I want to at least show y'all this last bit of construction before I end the video, but it's 16 minutes in already. Is there anything else I need to talk about while we're sitting here? Pod Therapy popped up on another episode of Pod Therapy, so check that out again. That's two episodes in a row that I was on. One about trans issues and an abusive parent letter, which was super awkward. I didn't contribute much to that half of the discussion, but we, you know, long interview with me at the start with trans issues and stuff, and then I actually see the oncoming traffic now. Fascinating. And then there was a second episode that came out that was about maintaining motivation and a parent in the early stages of Alzheimer's or dementia. And I actually contributed a little bit to that discussion. Not a ton. I wasn't in the second episode quite so much, but I was there. And you can if you listen very carefully, you can hear me duck out at one point. I literally had to get up and leave in the middle of the podcast. Well, end of the podcast, just because, you know, I had to get back to work. I basically did the math on exactly how long I could stay there and still make it to my delivery on time, and I was right. I nailed it. I was pretty proud of that, actually. We were, I want to say 15 minutes. Oh, there's a pilot car. Okay. That's what we're waiting for. We gotta wait for the pilot car to come back. I want to say I was like 15 minutes early for that delivery. Yeah, because I wasn't allowed to be any earlier than 15 minutes. I was the one to Portland. Yay, the pilot car is coming back. Yay, we might actually get to go. Huzzah! I don't know if that person standing in front of us is one of the construction workers. I don't know if that's actually the flagger, or if it's one of the drivers just standing there talking to the flagger, because they're not wearing a safety vest. So, I don't know. Oh, it's a driver. Okay. Back to the vehicle. All right. Still nobody has shown up behind me yet. We are still in the driving duty status. We could have switched to on duty here while we were sitting here waiting, but technically this should be a driving, this should be logged as driving because we are still in the act of driving. We're still in gear. I'm just sitting here with my foot on the brake. We're not parked. We're not doing other things. We're still, our entire function right now remains operating the motor vehicle. So this is still the driving status. And we're on a public highway, that too. Alright, one last truck. And then another pilot car, maybe? I don't know. Like a chase car or something? I guess someone comes up the rear to just make sure everyone gets out of the work zone before they let the next group go. There he is. There's our oncoming truck. No, we are not switching to on duty. We are staying and driving. My e-log is like, you've been stopped for 5 minutes. Are we on duty? And I'm like, no. We are driving. We are simply sitting still. My turn? Is it my turn? my turn? Is it my turn? Is it my turn? I want to see this road. But yeah, so check out Pod Therapy. You can also, I'm going to just be ending the video at some point as we go ahead. So you can also find me on Twitter at ElioDare. Twitter's the best place to get a hold of me. I check it literally every time I park the truck somewhere. Did not check it during the recording of the video, obviously, because we are still driving. Pilot car, follow me. Huzzah. Well, you can also find me. That's probably fine. You can also find me on Xbox Live, Steam, Nintendo Switch, all at ElioDare. Oh, this looks like it'll be fun. Alright. This is about to turn into a roller coaster ride. Here we go. Let's go out wide left. U-Haul's a little nervous. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, come say hi on Twitter. That's the best place to get a hold of me. But, you know, come say, send me a friend request on Steam. Maybe you'll bump into me on multiplayer American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2. That was cool. But again, Twitter, best place to get a hold of me. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me as we checked out this construction zone. Everyone's leaving me behind. No! I don't even see the pilot car anymore. The U-Haul is just blocking my entire view up ahead. How fast is U-Haul going? U-Haul's doing 36. That's not bad. We're doing 35. I would rather dawdle. Is that the pilot car? I don't think that's the pilot car. Dirt road ahead. We're already on a dirt road. No, there's the pilot car. I can see him now. Alright. Or is this like more dirt? This is a dirtier road. Yeah, it's a dirtier road. Okay. Here we go. Bump, 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 bump. U-Haul extremely nervous. 17 mile an hour. This feels more like a dirt road. Bumpity bump bump bumpity bump 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 get Apophis go. Bumpity bump bumpity bump bump. Please don't make me downshift again, buddy. Yeehaw! Alright, whoa, this is real dirt. Diff lock. Diff lock will have both of our drive axles turning because this is a very uneven surface. So we want to maintain traction to keep from jackknifing. I don't think we're going to lose traction that bad, but this looks like it might be a little bit wet. So having our diff lock on will keep both of our axles applying power to the road. Alright, guy, come on. I'm not trying to get this close to you, dude. You just keep slowing down. There we go. And diff lock off. It's not a diff lock from left to right on the tires. It is a diff lock from front to back. It locks both of our axles together so they turn together. So it applies the power from my drive to both of my drive axles rather than just a single drive axle. So it improves traction, gives us a little more push, so to speak. Ah. Yeehaw! The pilot car is way ahead of us now. thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on this little adventure. We're almost to the end now. We're going to get back on the pavement here shortly, and I will cut this video. This U-Haul adventure. This poor nervous person in this little rental truck. This is not what they had in mind when they started their drive this morning. You can just tell. What we got over here? Another temporary bridge, maybe? What are we at? We're at 26 minutes. I was not planning for this to be another 30-minute video. Oh no. Yeah. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. And have a great day. Bye. Look at you with your tall load.